For as long as I can remember, my life has revolved around going as fast as possible on a motorbike. But over time, I started to lose the love. Until last year, I went on a tour to Cape York with some mates, and I seen a different side of dirt bikes, the adventure side. After months of searching, I'd finally found the bike, a modified DR650 set up for adventure riding. The only problem, it was located in Townsville. Now, rather than freight the bike home, I had a better idea. I'd fly to Townsville and then ride the bike home along the Great Dividing Range.
Loitering out on a doorstep again. I thought I might try to win her back, but I'm all out of confidence. I'm a little nervous about coming down.
Right, it's 11:30. We're just outside Reed River. Put 30 litres into the super tanker. And then we're going to head towards Ravenswood, down towards southeast Queensland.
I'm all out of confidence. I'm a little nervous about coming down. And every new heartbreak hurts a little more. The first one felt like more than I could take, so I hit the ground running so hard, whittle my soul away. Try to keep my hopes up, but they keep falling down. And every new heartbreak.
So right now I'm at I think it's the Bundaberg Dam. So kind of between Ravenswood and Mount Coolon maybe. Bike's pretty good, haven't had any issues, and we'll keep going, and hopefully this road isn't closed up here. There's a couple of signs that have made me second guess, so we'll have to wait and see.
I made a lot of half-hearted mistakes, but I worked so hard on this one. Gave her my everything.
Well, this is not what we wanted. This is, I don't know, to go back to caravan park and ask someone. With the road being closed, there are only two ways south. First, up to Charters Towers and then down the Gregory Highway, which would be all bitumen. Or the other option, to cut across from Ravenswood to Ayr, then down to Bowen and across to Collinsville. This would be largely bitumen as well.
Wasn't losing battle, so I'm laying down. And every new heartbreak hurts a little more. Every new heartbreak hurts a little more than the last time around. And I'll let her go, oh Lord, just let it be the last time around, please. And I'll let her go, oh Lord, this might be the last time around, the last time.
By the time I'd hit the Bundaberg River, I was well and truly overriding on the road. The winds near Bowen were knocking me around, but I still had over 100 kilometres to go before getting to Collinsville for the night.
Every new heartbreak hurts a little more. Every new heartbreak hurts so much more than the last time around.
Once I arrived at Collinsville pub, a beer was in order, and then to try and figure out how I was going to get back onto my original track without riding more bitumen?
Well, it's day 2 of the adventure ride. Yesterday didn't go to plan. Hit that locked gate, so had to do all the way to the coast and then back, so it turned out to be like 500 kilometres. 300 of it, or 200 of it probably was just a waste of time. So should have been in Nebo last night, but I'm in Collinsville, so like 200k behind schedule, but there's no real schedule, doesn't matter. So today I was meant to be on that red track, but that's where I had to do the big detour over. So we're in Collinsville, so I've roughly found a track here that goes to a dam up through a national park, and then it should jump me back onto my original track, which is on the GPS. So we're going to have to wing it a bit this morning because I don't have a phone mount. But once we get down here, we should be back on the track, and fuel up at Nebo, I'm guessing. And then I don't know where we'll make it to actually stay tonight. So we'll figure that out on the way. Part of adventure riding, I guess, isn't it?
About 20 minutes later, I turned off the highway and onto the dirt. Hopefully, today would be better than yesterday. This is what I was more hoping adventure bike riding would be, and so we're onto a dirt road now. Been onto it for like 50k. We're in between some coal mines and cattle stations, so we're going to jump into Eungella National Park near Mackay. But yeah, I'm glad. I've done more gravel and dirt this morning than I did all day yesterday, so we're onto a winner. Makes you feel like a Dakar rider sitting behind this tower, even though my navigational skills aren't that good. Well, better keep going.
Yeah, my Lord, watch me sway. Darkness falls and we all pray, hoping for the light of day. Down to the river, I have held the devil's hand, felt the weight of my own sin, burdened by the heart of man. Down to the river, down to the river. Oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, going down deep, saying, oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, watching me clean, kerosene creek.
So, we made it to Eungella Dam, I think it's called. So that was awesome. I don't know how many K I've done, but it's all been dirt road. There was even like a little bit of a breakout section that was interesting. It wasn't too hard, but it's definitely different with 30 litre tank and panniers and stuff like that. But good place for a bit of smoko, I think. And then Nebo is about 100k away, so get to Nebo and then from there we'll be back onto the old track that we're meant to be on without all yesterday's dramas.
All our blood, it runs the same. Father, hear us as we pray. Down to the river, down to the river. Sing
After a quick stop in Nebo to fuel up and have something to eat, it was onwards south. Now, I'd watched enough funny videos of guys crashing on adventure bikes to know that algae crossings needed to be treated slow and steady to keep the bike upright.
I was waking up this morning, waking up
A little bit worried that tyre is a bit gone down, but I don't know, maybe it's just gone a bit slippery on the road.
Tracking down some moments back in time. I could have swore that I was in it, down to every minute. Don't know what I was sipping, but I felt like I was doing fine. Oh my. Turns out that I just got a little bit south, just a little bit north of the Georgia line. Southern comfort, hanging with my friends, all playing games. We all started at a full house, ended up just me and good old James. I could swore that I was winning, kinda had a feeling. Last thing I remember, I was drinking till the moonshine.
So this is a Olympic torch monument from the 1956 Melbourne Games. It was built in 2001. But near this place, on the 12th of November in 1956, the Olympic torch came through. Look at that. You learn something new every day, don't you?
Oh my. Turns out that I just got a little bit south, just a little bit north of the Georgia line.
So this is the road to Detouring, Happy Creek Road, I think it is. So back on the dirt, probably just been on the bitumen for an hour. Oh, a bit over the bitumen getting bashed around, but this part should be good again. Alright, well, we just went to a town and there's no fuel at Wowen. No fuel. So I've done 425k on this tank. I don't know how much I'm going to get out of it. There's a fair bit still in there by the look of it. A lot of blokes online say they get 600k out of a tank. We've got about 60 to go, so nothing like a game of fuel roulette to spice up the day. I rolled into the servo at Billawheeler with a bit of relief. When I fueled up, the tank took 29.8 litres in a 30 litre tank.
There was a hazy day downtown LA when I met her on an elevator on its way.
Well, we're almost there. We're almost at Monto Pub. So far today has been like 600k so far. Probably got another 50 to go. Big day, but having a win. It's all been on gravel, bar maybe like 20%. Quick battery change in the GPS and then let's go.
Up to the hotel room of my fiancée, but I never made it there cause she come tearing through my life like a tornado, coming on hotter than a big potato. She spin me around and see you later. Wanna hate her but another instead. We caught the red eye to Dubai. She was blowing through my door like it's going out of style. It's in her world, I'm a sensible guy. But that guy died when she come tearing through my life like a tornado, coming on hotter than a big potato. She spin me around and see you later. Wanna hate her but another instead. Oh. Lost my job and all of my money, most of my friends and half of my mind. So messed up, it's a little.
When I pulled into Monto, I was absolutely exhausted. With a moving time of over 9.5 hours, today was the biggest day I've ever had on a motorbike. And I was in bed before 7 o'clock.
Tires rolling, sunshine and the wind blowing in. I don't care, baby, you can take me anywhere.
So the zoom buttons on the GPS I bought are broken. So I can't really zoom in, but this model anyway doesn't really show any other roads, or not that I've been able to get it to do. So just kind of have to confirm things with this other app I've got, Gaia. A few adventure guys put me onto it, but yeah, so yesterday I did have to stop and check roads a fair bit just to make sure, but I think, so that gravel road looks good, but that's not the road we want to go. I want to keep going down there. But this video probably won't do that sunrise justice, but it's pretty cool.
Summertime song on the radio dial. You and me, it's on me. Something different and wild and free. We just wanna get going. Hey. We don't know where we're going, we just wanna get going. We don't know where we're going, we just wanna get going. Going past that welcome sign, breathing in the stars of the moon on our side. Going past that welcome sign, breathing in the red, white, red girl, every highway mile singing love. To a summertime song on the radio dial. You and me, it's all we need. Something different, wild and free. We don't know where we're going, we just wanna get going. Hey. We don't know where we're going, we just wanna get going.
This is McConnell Lookout over Gander, I think. I think it's Gander. All down there, there's orchards. All there, more orchards. That's pretty much all orchards across the river. I'm guessing that, you probably can't see it through the sun, but that must be Gander on the edge there.
track. Come hell or high water, I'll leave you and never look back. Someday you'll come running, somehow rivers calling, you'll see I belong and I'm free. Come hell or high water, I'm gonna make you love me. Come hell or high water, I'll bring your blue skies down.
By the time I got closer to home, I had started to reflect on the trip, and I was thinking about how much my opinions of adventure riding had changed. The possibilities and the places you can go on bikes like these is something else. By the time I rolled into the driveway, I was already thinking, where's the next adventure?